In the game of golf, it's been proven over time that injury is the biggest factor that can negatively affect a golfer's career. It only takes one awful injury to show you that some electric golfers are actually mere mortals like us. From the former world number one Tiger Woods suffering a painful back injury to Tony Finau's celebration gone wrong. And maybe you're safer watching the game from home. In this video, we're going to take a deep dive into some painful golf injuries that either affected fans or brought golfers to their knees. Want to find out more? Keep watching till the end. The GOAT's back, neck, and knee injury. You don't have to be a golf fan to know the former world number one, Tiger Woods. But do you know that Tiger struggled with back pain for a couple of years? Tiger might be one of the greatest of all time, but he's dealt with injury and pain during his lengthy career. The 15-time major championship winner has a long history of withdrawing from tournaments due to his horrific pain. In May 2010, Tiger ended his Players' Championship prematurely after withdrawing during the final round. Woods thought it was just one of those things he'd normally feel till doctors confirmed it was more serious than he thought. What he experienced was an inflamed facet joint, but Tiger refused to stay away for long as he played in the Memorial Tournament the following month. In April of the following year, Woods suffered a recurrence of his left knee injury and was advised by medical practitioners to withdraw from the Wells Fargo Championship as a precautionary measure. It turned out that even the precautionary measure couldn't help him from pulling out of the Players' Championship in May 2011. After the series of injuries, he came up with the idea of changing his shoes to manage part of the problem, but it seems the solution wasn't a solution at all. In March of the following year, he withdrew from the WGC Cadillac Championship. Woods was reluctant to risk any further damage, and in his words, "I did what I thought was necessary." Check out what happened in August 2013. Tiger narrowly missed out on a Barclays win as he finished one stroke adrift of Australian pro golfer Adam Scott, but would suffer a series of back spasms, leaving him hunched on all fours during the final round. Woods needed to use his putter for support in order to pick up his ball from the hole during the closing stretch. Injury problems returned for Tiger in March 2014 at the final round of the Honda Classic, with a pro golfer playing his first 6 holes in 5 over par before withdrawing at the 13th green due to spasms in his lower back. Then came August 2014, a less friendly month. Woods was out to defend his WGC Bridgestone Invitational title. Tiger jarred his back in his final round and played the first 8 holes in 3 over before he was driven off the course in pain. It happened on the second hole. After I hit my second shot, I just fell back into the bunker. I jarred it, and ever since, it's been spasming, said Woods. I don't know what happened. It's just the whole lower back. Woods later confirmed on his website that he had done a surgery to deal with his excruciating back pain. "This is disappointing, but I'm a fighter," Woods said. "Although it's unfortunate, these things happen sometimes. I've been injured before and still play. It won't be any different this time." Tiger was back on the golf course after a couple of surgeries, and ever since, he's been doing what he knows to do best. The next golfer on our list didn't have things so easy. His injury made him pull out of the LIV Tour. Gracie pulls out of the LIV Golf Bangkok Invitational. Brandon Grace became the first ever LIV golfer to pull out during an event when he withdrew from the LIV Golf Bangkok Invitational due to a ribcage issue. The South African pro golfer, who holds the record for the lowest score shot in a major championship, began experiencing pain on the second hole at Stonehill. In round 2 of the Invitational Series, Grace began to feel pains on the driving range, and after hitting his tee shot at the 3rd hole at Stonehill, the 34-year-old lay on the floor and received treatment from Cornell Dryson, a golf trainer and physiotherapist. Grace, along with Eugenio Cicada and Richard Bland, was a first-round co-leader of the event after shooting a 65. He trailed only Eugenio Cicada by 1 stroke when he withdrew. Brandon hit an amazing tee shot at the first, and everything seemed fine, but he began to struggle when he hit the shot at the second, said Bland, who played in the same group. It was from that point it became clear he couldn't pull the trigger. It's shameful because he was playing pretty well. After the withdrawal, tournament officials said Grace was headed to get an MRI. It's unclear if he's fully recovered, but we hope to see more of him in coming tours. Check out the next golfer on our list, and honestly, maybe he shouldn't take the blame for the flying Arizona cactus. Oh well, he smashed the ball, so he'd have to take the blame after all. Rory's flying cactus. Rory McIlroy is hardly left shocked with the club in his hand, but you see what happened at the WGC World Match Play in Arizona left him shocked, like totally shocked. The 33-year-old was left stunned when his shot made its way toward an unsuspecting fan who tried to avoid the strike off camera. But little did Rory know that what happened after that was even more bizarre. An individual bystander who thought it wouldn't be a bad idea to catch the pro golfer smashed the ball around the links, accidentally plunged into an Arizona cactus. The poor guy was left with a couple of prickly desert dwellers stuck on his back as people helped to scrape them off. Ever since that incident, Rory will no doubt encourage fans and cameramen to stay clear or look out for possible desert dwellers that may be out to ruin the day. And here's a heads up, whenever you choose to go watch a game of golf, wear a couple of layers. You can never tell when you'll be tossed into a cactus. The next golfer on our list is one of the best in the world, but what happened after his injuries is what he never saw coming. JD's vertigo and back pain. Jason Day, also known as JD, is one of the finest players golf has ever seen. But something just had to be wrong when he collapsed on the 9th hole during the second round of the US Open at Chambers Bay in 2015. Medics were quick to attend to Jason while he stayed on the ground for a couple of minutes. Jason finished the hole and completed his second round before receiving further medical attention. As ESPN's Jason Sobel rightly noted, Day has been dealing with dizziness in recent tournaments. Even Day confirmed it when he said, "I felt nauseous all day." According to his agent Bud Martin, Jason suffered from benign positional vertigo and was treated by Dr. Charles Solier and Dr. Robert Stoiker. When golf fans thought his trial days were over, Jason would later pull out from the Arnold Palmer Invitational in 2020 after being troubled by a recurring back problem. The Australian pro golfer had shot a 2 over 74 in the first round at Bay Hill and was playing the 5th hole when he suddenly decided to return to the clubhouse. "I had an epidural. The doctors put me under for about 12 minutes, Jason said. Well, at least he had his problem sorted and was back on the greens in no time, compared to the next golfer on our list. Now, this is one horrific injury that golf fans wouldn't forget in a hurry. Finau's celebration gone wrong. You see, everyone is well aware that winning the par 3 contest on a sunny Wednesday afternoon before the Masters really doesn't matter. It doesn't translate to you rocking a nice green jacket on a cool Sunday afternoon, but try not to tell that to Finau or even his ankle. Watching that ankle snap and get stuck in an abnormal position is enough to send shivers down your spine. It was his first debut at Augusta National, and Finau did a cool thing during the par 3 contest. Tony hit a hole-in-one, and it was fantastic. The thing is, he really wasn't expecting his tee shot to go right in the pin. And what did he do next? He did exactly what your dad would tell you when he meant, just act like you own the end zone. Well, unfortunately, it was golf, not football. Tony celebrated like he had won a lottery, and that was when disaster struck. He busted his ankle and got up. Oh, so horrific. Finau had his entire family watching, so you can only imagine the look on their faces. Tony's ankle appeared dislocated and slightly out of place. He snatched it into place. Was it some other wacky injury or a dislocation? It didn't really matter to him because that injury had put his Masters in jeopardy. He tweeted about the incident while expressing surprise. "I think about it and I'm like, how did it happen? It did change my footwork for a pretty long time. I even think about it to this day," Finau added. If you enjoyed our video on painful injuries golfers have picked up, then you definitely want to check out the video showing right here on your screen. We'll catch you in the next one.